Welcome to the wax class. And on this episode, we're definitely going to talk about my most frequently asked questions. So I'm going to go and start with the one that I get asked the most of. And that one is because I am black, is my wax for black skin? Most people say skin, they don't say hair. And it's funny when I get this question because I already kind of know the kind of response I'm going to give, but it really, I focus on hair. So my wax line, both of them are based off of hair type. So 7, which is a beautiful purple sparkly soft wax, is created for coarse, curly carpet hair and man hair. Man hair is different too, man hair. Carpet hair is a word that I use for hair that you just can't absolutely see any skin underneath. That's how much hair is on top, carpet hair. And first time waxers, especially virgin waxers, they've never had a wax before, their hair is deeply rooted. It's definitely different. Redheads have different hair too. Gray hair, very different. So my waxes are based off of hair type. So no, my wax line is not, was not created for black people. It's for anybody that has hair, and everybody has hair. So it's great because I recognize the different types of hair, and that's what I create wax for. So that's one of my, I think the most question that I get is that one right there. Another one is how did I get to 7 minutes? And if you've not seen any of my other episodes that I've had under the wax class explaining how I started, 7 minutes came about with a lot of determination. It was 3 years for the 7 minute Brazilian, 3 years from beginning to end to consistently wax that quickly. And it started off because I didn't want to be down there that long. I never wanted to be doing a Brazilian longer than an hour, even though my very first one that I ever did was an hour and a half. So 90 minutes I was in there pulling hair. And, you know, as much and as excited as my client was because I was finally giving her that service, I just felt that it was wrong. I felt that it was wrong that I was down there that long. I felt it was wrong that I was charging someone to be there that long and doing that service. So I just had to come up with a faster service way, in my opinion, to be more efficient and on the tail of it to get more revenue. It became a twofold challenge. With men, I don't have a 7 minute Brazilian for male waxing consistently. It really depends on guys. You know, waxing guys is definitely different than waxing women. And in honesty, I think it's a lot easier to wax men. Everything they have is on the outside. There's no crevices. There's nothing in there. There's no, you know, labia that's long or labia that's hanging. You know, with men, you don't deal with periods. You don't deal with, you know, things coming out, that kind of thing. With men, they don't have as high as a pain threshold as women. That's just truth. They just don't. With men, you do deal with erections, which I think is actually fine. It's actually easier to wax a man who has an erection than not. And with men as well, some of them, in my opinion, have just been way more modest, which is kind of odd. You wouldn't think that they would, but they are. So a 7 minute Brazilian for women came about really because I didn't want to be there that long. And I like showing my technique. I think it's a time saver. I think for people who struggle, and there's a lot of you guys that struggle with Brazilians. I get the calls, I get the emails, and I'm just glad that I was able to bring a technique for estheticians to see. You know, for some people it's great. For some people they don't like it. That's all good. In my opinion, I think it's great. Everybody has their own ways of doing things. I just gave a suggestion. I just show it. You can use it or you don't have to use it. That's okay with me. My third most asked question is how do I balance everything? How do I still see clients? How do I run my company? How do I still be a single mom? How do I do everything and make it look easy? Even though I don't, sometimes it's not easy for me. I have a really good, great family. My family does a lot. They really help me out with my daughter a lot. Being a business owner takes a lot of time and energy to put into it. I have great clients who understand that I travel quite a bit. They are willing to work around my schedule, and they've been with me for years. And so, I have a really good rapport with my customers that are with me. The other part of it is that I'm passionate about what I do. I enjoy working. I enjoy talking to some of you. I enjoy the emails. I enjoy, everything that I do. There are days that I come in and I'm just like, oh, I can't do it. And that's when I call my good friend Angela, or I call my very good friend Stephanie, and, I vent. I have a good tribe. I have a lot of people behind me that are very supportive. I have a lot of people who also talk bad about me, and I'm pretty aware of it, which is kind of funny because even though it's done in private groups or in private chat groups on Facebook, I have a lot of people who are in those groups who actually tell me everything that's said. So I think it's kind of funny that people think that they're really saying things in secret when they really aren't. And actually, when I first heard about some of the stuff that people were saying about me, it bothered me. But now that it's been going on for so long, it doesn't really bother me anymore. I actually kind of laugh at it. I actually feel sorry for the people who are doing it. I really do. I think that it's unwanted and unnecessary, but I've always been talked about. Everything that I've done since I've been in school, since I was 5, I've always been talked about. Always. So I'm kind of used to it now that I'm getting ready to be 40. It's just the norm. So those are my most frequently asked questions. We'll probably do this one again in a couple months or towards the end of the year, because it'll probably be some different ones now that we have the second brand out with SkinnyHair Wax. So there'll be some other questions that people will have. So I'm glad you were able to turn into my most frequently asked questions and watch another episode, okay? All right, let's wax.